Hey, this is DM Allen. Thanks for joining us once again for another week of awesomeness. Let's just get it started.
Last time on Roll with Advantage, we found out that death is permanent for everyone, including demon lords.
Now that the Soulmongerer is activated, she can't go back to her domain. She's dead.
And the party has a clear to-do list, as directed by Asmodeus.
Find the secretly located protected, travel to one of the 7 heavens, and activate the obsidian flame.
While digging around in Waterdeep, the party discovered a private eye with some interesting information.
I say, you used to hunt my kind. Do you know how to find them?
I was trying to find a place called Camp Cchio. I tracked it down to somewhere in the middle of the Cloud Peak Mountains, just south of Baldur's Gate, not too far from Candlekeep.
What else is there to discover in Waterdeep? Let's catch up with Cchio and find out.
So, he said that the farthest he had gone was he was looking for Camp Cchio, and that was somewhere south of Baldur's Gate.
And that he thinks that it should be somewhere in the middle of the Cloud Peak mountain range.
And then Camp Cchio, does that mean anything to me? Because we were
Not
looking...
to you.
Okay, because we were
but
looking
he
for
directly-
the City of the Protected.
Yeah, he directly referenced it while talking to Bon.
Okay.
And it just got referenced by Asmodeus as well.
Oh, really?
Isn't that
During
the
this
city of the
conversation.
protected?
It is.
I think you could infer based on
Yeah.
the Asmodeus conversation that that's where I'm from.
Okay, yeah. I want to go somewhere that's not loud.
Ship's
So,
quiet.
Maybe... yeah, right.
I think we should go to the Bent Nail. I want to see how bent it is.
All right. So you start heading east with 10, and you head to the Bent Nail. When you get there, it's a very simple-looking sign. It's just a sign with a nail stuck in the center of it that is bent. I mean, we're talking like super trendy shops here, right? So like,
Some hipster shit.
some hipster shit. You open the door to the shop, and the smell of hardwood hits your nostrils. And you look around, and there's finely crafted figurines. There's finely crafted tables and chairs and bows and axes and things like that. And and standing behind a counter, just kind of sanding down a piece of wood currently, is a half-elf male. And he looks up to you all and he says, welcome to the Bent Nail. Are you shopping for furniture?
Perhaps.
Perhaps, you say. What kind of furniture are you looking for?
Well, I could use a new chest. But I want it to be a 4-post chest.
Ah, yes. I've made a couple of things similar for your kind. Is this a sleeping chest?
Well, I guess it would be.
Ah, perfect. Would you like the hatch to unhinge and sit above the 4 posts, or would you like it to hinge and the posts be removable? I've made both styles.
It depends on the clockwork. Is that wood too?
The clockwork? Clockwork would take much doing for me.
Well, I'm sure you could use some like ironwood or... I haven't seen so much wood since Phandalin, my good friend's orchard.
Yes, we deal in a lot of hardwood. I could make things out of ironwood. I'm not necessarily versed in cogs. Cogs are very specific things. I would have to subcontract, but I don't think it'd be a problem. My starting price would be somewhere in the in the way of, if this is hardwood and we're not talking pine, 100 gold pieces? You're talking clockwork. I'm not quite sure where you're going with the clockwork, but just standard hardwood 4-post sleeping chest, 100 gold pieces.
Well, I was thinking of like a sun and moon that go and show time, and,
Ooh, I
and
like
maybe
that
a
idea.
self-rising.
Ah. Yes, I'd have to put some thought into it, but let me ballpark it at 200.
200.
That's for my entry-level hardwood.
Mm-hmm.
Now, pine, if you are not of the money, pine will get you 25. But
And
remember, pine does not last.
how
Not like
much
hardwood.
would adding a cedar lining?
10 gold pieces.
And when you speak of hardwoods, like, what are you thinking?
Well, I can do hickory. I can do ironwood if you really would like. Oak. Dealer's choice.
I'm thinking I want a real cherry of a chest.
All right, we can do that. We can do that. And he starts like tallying everything up, and he says, "I'll put you at you said with the cedar lining, 300. That's with your clockwork design and your self-rising thing. Mind you, I'd have to talk with Ember and Avi to try and figure something out, but we can figure it.
Toss in like little man nutcracker
Persuasion check.
and result. It's actually one of my better ones, but I rolled crappy. I have a 13. I rolled a 4.
Nice. He says, "Deal. Where do you want this delivered to, my friend?"
3 buildings east on the north side of the road.
He says, right next to the tavern." You're not the new owners of that place, are you?
Why, yes, I just bought it recently.
I had a gentleman come through and get a table and a chair for me who lived there. Nice gentleman, weird. Looked kind of elven, and it was weird. He had a clockwork circle, like a sphere that walked with him, and he gave it orders like a minion. Nice enough man, though.
Cool.
So you pay him?
Yeah, I pull out my old sleeping chest.
Okay. For measurements?
No, because it's full of money.
Oh. Dumb DM, sorry. Yeah.
You know, because I sleep on my
Yeah.
money. Yeah,
So you pay the man,
yeah, I pay the man.
and he's like, "Let me know if the bent nail can do anything more for you. I know you're shopping around renovating that house. That's what I'm hearing from the guilds talking. If you need some inside surfaces, I can help you out, and I'll cut you a pretty good deal, seeing how you've been very nice."
It's nice to be nice. Yep, I load my...
Okay.
I put it back into my bag of holding, because I have the bag of holding as a satchel with the handy haversack, and I'm always packed up.
You look like a backpacker. Yeah. So you head out. While this exchange is going on, Tin, do you explore other places in the town?
Well, originally I was thinking of finding a quiet spot so that I could use communion, but looking into the spell details, it has to be all yes or no questions.
Okay.
So I think I'm just gonna make my way back to the ship right now.
Okay.
As I leave, I think, oh man, I should have held out for the bunk chest.
Nice. For when Dad stays. Nice. All right. Cchio, do you do anything then? Everybody else is kind of meditating or what have you.
I'm feeling a little peckish, so I'll go to the tavern.
Okay. So like you're walking into this place and you're looking everywhere, right, for the troll skull.
Yeah, but discreetly.
Discreetly, okay.
Yeah. I'm not walking. I'm
Gliding. You never walk.
No, I never walk. I prefer to look people eye to eye.
Yes. So you enter into the Troll Skull Tavern and Inn, and it's midday, so there's kind of a lunch rush going on. In this tavern, you see a lot of new money nobles. You also see a lot of guildsmen, or guilds people, and they are kind of smoozing up these new money nobles. They're buying lunch. It's very business oriented, sales pitches and stuff like that. You see behind the bar a ghostly figure is rushing around the bar and is getting beers and refreshments for everybody in the tavern. It looks like a half elven person, but it's a ghost. And what do you do?
Are there any tables that are sized for like
Oh, yes.
normal sized people?
Many different sizes tables.
I'm gonna just go up to one of them that has somebody. And
Like a normal sized one, like a medium size, or you
like small, like my normal size.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then I'll just sit down with whoever's at that table and say, I don't mind sharing. It's busy, I understand. So,
And sitting at this table is a peculiar sight. You see a very short, stout, like thickly built golden dragonborn.
Golden Dragonborn.
Yes. Most of all the dragonborns that you've seen have not only been evil or dragons, they have been as tall as Kenyan. This one is about Minette's height, maybe a little taller.
Us dragons, we gotta stick together.
and she looks up at you and she says, that's right, and lifts an eyebrow and just kind of puts a mug up and she says, cheers, and she starts drinking this very frothy ale.
And I go, Herr Ober! Another round of whatever that is.
All right. You see these two drinks come floating across the tap room floor, and they land on your table, and you hear a whisper in your ear of 2 copper pieces.
Wow. The prices are good.
Service is fantastic.
I whisper back, I'll start a tab. It's okay, I live next door.
And it whispers back, I'm watching you. And she said, this dragonborn on the other side, she says, why, thank you. Well, I guess I'll give you a little bit of time of day. Just a forewarning, I'm not interested in breeding. And she, takes a long drag. She says...
I blush.
She says, now, for my bluntness aside, what's your name?
I spit on my palm. Seriously, I'm Cchio.
She no hesitation, just slaps your hand and she shakes it, and she says, my name is Lorenzini. Lauren for short. Lauren Golden Scales. And she sees kind of how you're looking at her. You're probably just looking at her like, whatever, it's somebody, right? But she seems definitely like a little self-conscious, and she says, I know, it's very weird. My mom was a dwarf, and my dad, a dragon.
Say, my mom was a kobold, so...
I mean, that makes sense. You're a kobold.
I get a confused look.
Yeah. she says, a very interesting color pattern you have going on. I like it. It works for you. She says, I run the bookworm, not too far away. Bookworm's treasure.
Ah, I'm a bit of a bookworm myself.
Are you?
Yeah.
You like to read?
Yeah.
Like
I like to write too.
really? What do you like to read?
I kind of like shift, so I can show her my book, but not show it off to the crowd so much.
Which book are you showing off?
The book.
The Tome of Epiro?
Yeah.
Okay. She looks around the table and she says, "Ah, is that a spell book? I don't recognize the writing."
And then I perk up a little bit and I'm like, well, you see, it's Sylvan, but it's a dead dialect of it.
Huh. My dad knew Sylvan.
Yeah.
I never learned it. I never bothered to.
I could teach you.
That'd be fun. Are you here often? I've never seen you before.
I just moved in.
Oh, very cool. Sure.
I mean, it's good to be friends with people in the neighborhood.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you could give me some tips on my scales.
Your scales? What do you mean? Oh, like
yes.
shining them?
Oh, yeah.
The secret is coconut oil.
Oh,
Telling you. Shines them right up. And it's nice. It's nice.
see, I've just been using regular old lamp oil.
Are you fucking crazy? That's flammable.
Not to brag, but I'm kind of flammable.
Wow.
Wow. She says, now you didn't answer my question, my koi friend. Is it a spell book?
Partially.
Well, if you like,
Partially history.
we can maybe trade information. I actually have many spell books at my store. That's kind of what I do. I allow people to trade information with me, copying spells, and I write spell scrolls. If you're just interested in magic and not really the magic user, I personally am classically trained.
Well, I have one that I may be willing to part with. Here, why don't you appraise it? Because I'm always willing to do business.
Yeah.
So I pull out the Tholtz's spell book. This is way back.
She says, this is a very necrotic-looking book. Did you get this off of a necromancer?
Yeah.
Yeah. This
He
book,
parted with it.
this book would fetch probably, thumbing through it. She says probably 50 gold pieces.
I'm more interested in trade in kind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm more than happy. You want to come over?
Maybe later. I'm a little peckish yet.
Sure. Take your time. I'll be there. So you're waiting around, just kind of taking in the sights. All these very interesting people are showing up, and you see a fire genasi barge through the door, and you see he looks very angry. He like stomps up to the, call it the bar top, and is just like grumbling to himself, and he says, "The usual lift." And a ale pops up, and he starts grumbling to himself, "Stupid twit, not tell me what to do."
I'm gonna take my my soup and noodles. Or
Your chicken noodle soup?
no, it's not chicken. It's soup in one bowl and noodles in another bowl.
Oh, okay.
It's just whatever the soup of the day is.
Okay. Yeah, you
And
float,
plain buttered noodles.
you float over to him up
go.
to the bar top.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, telling us what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, we're okay. Breathe, Ember, breathe. What can I do for you? You know what? F it. And he snaps to Liff. And he says, "Get him a bourbon." And you're used to like a shot glass your size.
Yeah.
You get like a double of the normal size,
Yeah.
which is quite a lot for your size.
So I'm trying to show off. And so I take my pipe, knock it out, and puff a couple times with nothing in it. You know? And then I blow a little flame on the top of the bourbon, then drink it real fast, burp a smoke cloud, and go smooth. At this point, Cchio's probably very drunk, and then I hand over my new flask, and say, "How about it for you?"
He takes it. He takes his double, and then he takes a shot out of your flask, and he says, "This tastes like anise," and hands it back.
Does not taste like ass. It's the drink of my people.
All right. I see. Calm yourself.
It's okay. We're all friends here.
Swinging hard on the mood swings. He says, "So, you don't look like a normal person. Not to offend you. I'm not normal either, but we're not the same as these folks. Where you come from?"
Come from up north.
"Ah, fireplane for me."
Yeah.
"Yes."
You know, I'm a powerful wizard.
Nuh-uh. He snaps to Liff, and he goes, "Another for the powerful wizard." And he takes his double that Liff brings to him, and a double sits in front of you, and he's like, "Go on, show me your trick."
All right. The double just lifts up.
No hands. You've got like your hands behind your head, like fingers entwined, and you're drinking from the glass. And he says, "Most impressive. That is
And I chill the glass at the end of it.
nice. It's got like frost around it." And he says, "Well, I don't think I should be feeding you any more drinks, my young friend."
And then I'm like, check this stuff out. And I pull out my tuning fork and my rusty fork and my fork to the 9 hells. You see each of these? They each go to a different plane.
What? Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
And then I smack the tuning fork on the counter, and it makes like this awful off note.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can tell it's not attuned to this plane.
You're shitting me. That's awesome. Says, you need more of those? I'm a metal worker. I can make you some tuning forks. You want some tuning forks?
One to the plane of fire could be useful. It just has to be attuned to the plane. I'm betting, seeing as you're from there, you could...
I have an idea. Come with me. And he snaps for another double, and he looks at you, and he just puts up one finger, and the third double comes to him. He drinks it real quick.
I just splash the other one on my face.
It's in your eyes.
Yeah.
And he
Hurriedly put up my stuff.
he drags you behind him. He's kind of got like a hand on the broom because you're like starting to weave.
Yeah,
and,
I'm sure.
and it's concerning for him. He takes you not too far from here over to the Steam and Steel, and when you enter, it is a indoor foundry. There is a anvil and a fire pit and stuff like that there, and there's a water genasi, a male water genasi there, and
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, and he is sitting there working on some armor, and he says, "You cool down," and he Ember says to him, he says, "Avi, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I flew off the handle again. You know how I get. I'm sorry." And Avi says, No harm, no foul. I just don't appreciate being yelled at like that. "So who's your friend here?" And he says, "Oh, don't mind him. 1 second. And he runs to the back, and he comes back with like this giant Texan belt buckle style, like belt buckle, right? Like, and it's like everything's bigger in the fire plane. Like, that's what it says on it. And he's like, "I could melt this down for you into a tuning fork. Would that work?
Just might.
It's from the fire plane. 1 second. And it takes way more than 1 second.
I think so.
Yeah, he melts it. He melts down this belt buckle, and while he's melting it down, Avi's kind of talking you up, and just kind of finding out where you live and stuff like that, and explaining that they make weapons and armor, fine crafted masterwork type stuff.
You all hear drunkenly, "My friends would like this place."
Like over the rings.
Yeah, over there.
Okay. While this time is passing, is there anything anybody else is doing while Cchio's waiting for metal to melt and be forged into a tuning fork?
I'll meditate for an hour and
Okay.
then go find Cchio.
Okay.
Cchio's probably actually going to pull out his chest and take a nap.
Okay. Yeah. You curl up. So like you say over the you have a ring, right? Yeah.
I don't think mine's a ring. I think it's
It's
or it
something
might be a
else,
ring
but-
on a string.
It's a bracelet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because Kinian's is a bracelet.
Yeah,
for
because
sure.
he didn't want rings to steal it. But
Yeah.
I don't want to wear it as a ring.
Yep. Okay, so you said over the ring though. My friends will probably like this place. And after having a conversation with Avi, and Ember is back there blowing off some steam, you you curl up and take a nap, very dog-like. You get up, and then on your nest of gold, and you just kind of walk in a circle a little bit, like on all fours, and then you curl up with your tail. Hey everyone, I'm DM Alan, and thank you so much for joining us here on Roll with Advantage once again. This is Season 3, Episode 10. Thank you for being such an awesome listener, and thank you for being a part of the community. If you haven't already joined us, join us on Twitter at DM's Table and on Facebook at The DM's Table. Also, do a friend of ours a favor and go check out the YouTube channel Standing Stones Workshop. You can also check her out on Facebook. She does absolutely a fantastic minis painting, and I really, really recommend that you go check out her content. Also, big thank you to our patrons. Our patrons are the reason why we can keep this show hosted and keep it moving forward. So, thank you so much. If you want to become a patron, go check us out on patreon.com/DMsTable. We have several tiers available that all have very cool perks associated to them. So please go check it out. All right, let's talk about this week's sponsor. This week's sponsor is Audible. Audible is an amazing audiobook platform with over 180,000 books to choose from. You have all sorts of options there, and you can listen to it on your Android, iPhone, or Kindle devices, and it is just phenomenal. You can absorb reading content while you're driving to work, while you're working, or when you're cooking. It's absolutely great. An even better thing is Audible is going to hook our listeners up with a really cool deal. If you go to audibletrial.com/RWA, you'll get 2 free audiobooks, 2 free Audible originals, and a 30-day free trial. That is 30 days free to try an amazing staple to the audiobook genre. All right, here is Adam with this week's recommendation.
Hey guys, this week my recommendation is Out of This World, literally. Join Mark Watney on Mars in The Martian by Andy Weir, narrated by Will Wheaton. In this story, Mark Watney accidentally gets left behind on Mars when a storm forces his other crew members to abandon the planet and flee back to Earth. Can Mark survive until Earthlings discover his continued existence, or will he be the first Martian to die a sad, lonely death? Listen to this great audiobook today.
Go check that book out. I absolutely trust Adam's recommendation. He has yet to steer me wrong, and if he does, but I really hope he doesn't. Let's talk about Incompetech. Incompetech.com is a phenomenal audio platform that offers just a professional level of audio scores. I really believe that you need to go check them out right now if you've got a podcast or if you run a D&D game and really want to amp up the feeling of that game. Go check out Incompetech.com today. All right, that's all I've got for you this week. I'm going to stop talking now and let's get back to the episode. I'll see you out on the internet. Bye.
How long's it been?
Well, I mean, I had dinner and I hung out
Yeah.
with people.
Yeah, it's been a
probably
while.
an hour.
Noodles.
Yeah, definitely an hour.
Cchio, where are you?
I just sent Q a message. Hey, are you alright?
I'm better than all right. I'm okay.
A little bit of a slur.
He's got his right and his left.
Where are you? Okay.
Well, Minette's shop, I think.
Bon, you walk down the hallway and you open the door to Minette's shop, and he's sitting there
Cchio,
just pounding away on this thing. And
Cchio,
no Cchio.
you're not in here.
I was at the bar. I was in the alley. And it's warm in here, and they're forging stuff.
Okay, well, you let us know if anything starts getting weird.
Ask him for the address.
I think I met my sister.
Oh, gosh.
He's like drunk calling you at this point. Like,
Oh, God.
Cchio, what's the address?
221, I think.
221B?
But, chick.
Yeah, something like that.
I go and try and find 221.
You spend some time getting up there. The North Ward is a long walk up. Probably a couple hours to get up there, and then when you get in the area, you can easily find it. I mean, Steam and Steel sounds exactly like a Minette shop, and yeah, you can find that easy.
221's probably the bar.
Yeah, it is.
And 221B would be behind the bar, whatever
Yeah.
that building is.
Yep.
All right, does it look like the kind of establishment that you would just walk into, or should
Yeah,
I-
it's definitely a shop.
All right,
Yep.
I walk in.
And you see a very familiar, chest,
Yes.
along with a the broom's just gently sweeping around, and, doing its thing.
I go, do you have a cold? Oh, wait, never mind. Hey, Cchio. You pop up.
Yeah.
With a lazy hand, like, hey.
Bourbon's pretty good.
Who would have known?
Oh, jeez. Who all do I see in the shop?
So you see a fire genasi male and a water genasi male, and they're working kind of together. One is the water genasi is working on armor, and the fire genasi is working on making a fork. The water genasi greets you and says, you look like an adventurer.
Yeah, me and Cchio go way back. He told me that this place was cool.
Is that his name? He never introduced himself.
Yeah, that's Cchio.
Ah, okay. He seems a lightweight. My husband says he only drank one drink and splashed one in his face.
You see how big he is, right?
Yeah.
24 and a half pounds.
He says, yeah, I do question what my husband has done to your friend here.
I'm. If you only knew, I'm sure you wouldn't be that worried about him.
Oh, perfect. Good. So can I get you anything? Are you looking for some armor?
No, I prefer to be unarmored. What is that? Is that what this is? Is it an armor shop?
Yeah, we sell masterwork armor and weapons. We are very good at what we do. Not talking ourselves up. We are very good though. We are craftsmen.
Well, cool. Sorry, I'm not the armor type, but it's cool.
No worries.
Ooh, Bon.
Yeah.
We should get some scale armor for Tabaxi. Give it to Lola.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to, Cchio.
And at that point, you see like a elven woman like walk in the steam and steel, and is looking around. Tan elven woman, and she looks at Bon and she's like, "Where the hell did you go?"
Oh, hey Yin. We just walked down to
Hey,
the
Tin.
shop.
She's like, I'm not a piece of metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. You know how we got here in the first place with the teleporty rings?
Yeah.
I just had to deliver a message to somebody real quick.
Did you seriously leave me and take a nap?
No, I left you and then I happened to take a nap. Okay, it's not that I intentionally took a nap and left you. It was, it just kind of worked out that way.
You're a bastard. I've never been to this place ever. Whatever.
Listen,
You're lucky I'm a sage.
Yin, listen. Do you want some armor? You want some armor? This place sells armor.
Do you do bracers of defense? And they're like, no, we don't do that kind of armor. She's like, nah, I'm a monk.
What about DeWall?
What? What'd you say?
Defense, what about DeWall?
Dual. She's like, what the hell happened to him?
He's drunk.
Ah, that was quick, Cchio.
My toes are numb.
Where did everybody go?
Kenyan's still at the flame residence.
I haven't went back.
Isn't that where you?
No, I was waiting outside the shop, and then I was shopping a little bit, and I came back, and nobody was at the shop anymore.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
It's my bad. I did walk away, but I thought you guys would wait for me.
Yeah.
Cchio holds up his Grand Masher.
Your Grand Masher? What? Don't put your Grand Masher away, please.
It's the biggest of the marbles that he took.
Ah, gotcha. Nice.
Listen, Yin, I'm sorry. In all honesty, I used to have this guy that followed me around, and I forgot about him constantly. I'm just kind of absent-minded like that, and I'm working on it. I'll try to be better about it in the future if I bamf somewhere to bring you along.
I appreciate it. She kind of just looks around a little bit in here, and she says, "So what are we doing here?"
Cchio said it was cool,
Oh. Okay.
so I came to check it out and then maybe grab Cchio.
So should we wait here until the others get here? Like here, like Waterdeep?
The monks?
Yeah.
I don't know. They seem pretty confident they could just randomly find us. We don't have super pressing end of the world demon slaying things to do or anything.
No, not at all. She says, so, I'm going to go get some food. You can come with or not. That's fine.
You should get the noodles. They're amazing.
Yeah, I'll go with you. And while we're getting food, we should probably talk about wages and all that stuff. All the boring wage
Fill out
related
some
things.
HR forms and
get some pamphlets signed up about the Obsidian Flame.
I know, Yin. Do you need anything equipment-wise? Like, you feel well equipped?
Yeah, I'm well equipped. I don't know. Maybe I could use some throwing darts, some shurikens or something.
All right, we can stop by a weapon shop. I'll get you some.
We're literally
Shurikens.
in a weapon shop, Bon.
Oh shit! Right. Okay. Hey guys, do you have any shurikens?
Yes. And they pull out they unroll a bag of them. So it's like a leather bag, and they've got like sleeves for these shurikens. And
shuriken?
shuriken? I don't know. Fuck, it's a throwing dart.
It's pronounced shuriken.
They unroll this bag, and there's 10 of them in there, and they've got that metalwork design, the wavy, like what's it called? It's a Middle Eastern,
Like Damascus.
yeah, Damascus
Oh.
steel look to them,
Yeah.
and they're etched with a fire and water emblem over top of
As if
each other.
A fire and water genasi made them?
Yes, and
So long as they don't have any T's on them.
yeah, that's right. They say for the 10, 100 gold pieces. These are masterwork.
All right, here you go.
And they roll them up and they say, that was quite easy. Would you like anything else? And Yin shakes her head. She doesn't need anything.
Cool. I think we're done.
Good. Okay. Yin's like, so where did the short guy go and the other elf go?
Minette and Tin. Minette's on the ship. He's working on something. I don't know. Tin, where are you?
I'm at the boat.
Yeah, Tin's on the ship too.
Okay.
So we can probably grab some food and go back to the ship. Kenyon will show up eventually.
Sure.
Figure out our next plan of action.
Sure. So you go get some food at the tavern there. You guys have a nice meal. It's very quiet, like silent almost. Yin, this is probably the most Yin has ever said to you in one setting. Let's see. Cchio. A few hours go by. At that point, right? So,
The starting to get a headache drunk.
yeah.
I'm beginning to question how Kenyon does it every day.
Yeah. Ember has a hot tuning fork ready for you. It's been squelched and cooled by the fire or the water genasi.
So I sit up with the bolt. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I just fell asleep for a minute there. Wow, you're fast.
Of course.
So how do we want to test this?
I don't know. Do you have a way of getting back? It probably wouldn't be wise to go to the fire plane and not be able to get back. But you can try. I mean, I got here.
I'm sure it works.
Okay. For what your friend did back there, have it for free.
Aw, gee, thanks, mister. Don't worry, you'll get some... We'll write an article about you. Planning on doing a whole expose about
About this.
the alley.
Nice. Is there any places you want to go otherwise? Or Tin, did you want to do something?
If I were to use divine intervention, Could I use that to ask Lathander for guidance on how to get to Camp Kaigal?
You'd be able to petition for it. How that comes about, you're not quite sure.
Yeah. I'm assuming probably like a vision or dream or something.
Mhm.
Or some random person walking up to me in the street and giving me instructions.
Yeah, like,
'Cause that wouldn't
hey.
be creepy at all.
Yeah.
Okay. So I go to my room in the ship, just to kind of have a quiet area. I rolled a 35, so I can try again tomorrow.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do? I mean, at this point, it's probably been... I mean, I hadn't gotten to ask you, so this could be all, like, Bond probably just left when you tried the Divine Intervention.
Well, I'm assuming I can't get armor that's better than what I currently have while not being crazy heavy. I think I have mithril currently, if that makes sense. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty good on equipment.
Cool. So did you guys want to just all meet back at the ship then?
Sure.
Thought we had a new base of operations.
Yeah, but Minette was working on stuff in the ship, and Tin was hanging out there too, so... I mean, when you're as rich as the Flame, there's nothing wrong with having two homes. Kid.
So I'm gonna head back to our new base.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go down into my
Your new home?
into my cavern.
Yep. Give me a... what was your passive?
My passive's a 10. But
Okay.
I'm actively going to take a look at the table and chairs
Okay.
because I seem to remember a guy talking about a table and chairs with a magical ball dude. So, I mean,
Okay.
I'm gonna check out my table and chairs
Yeah.
because obviously I'm in the best room of the house. So
Right.
That's
It's
where they
nice and
put-
cool down here.
that's where they'd put something valuable.
Yep. Investigation.
Ooh, but I'm still a little drunk. 5.
5? You can't find a table or a chair. No.
Except with your shin.
Yeah.
Or your forehead, because you're short.
Yes. Yeah. No. You see there's a branding on the table and a branding on the chair. You're noticing something odd. There's like scratch marks in the ground. It's a very hard packed dirt, almost like a dirty cement in here, and it's a little weird.
So it's kind of homey.
Yeah. Yep. There's like a deep circular groove just kind of in the ground, almost like that's how it was put together.
Deep circular groove.
Yeah.
I'd know that anywhere. I get out my teleport pages of paper.
Okay.
The ones that I took out, got the copied from the barrel.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not the best at teleport magic, but I'm gonna arrange them along with the groove to see if this would fit the profile of a teleport circle.
Okay. So like you're standing back on the stairs and like looking at this holistically, you definitely feel like this is like totally a teleport circle. That's how you're feeling right now.
I'm
Like,
gonna get out the string and start.
what?
I'm
Like
gonna
marking it all off?
I'm gonna start doing a beautiful mind here.
Okay.
And,
All right.
at some point, I'll probably fall asleep.
Yeah.
And sleep
Yeah.
off the rest of
I
it.
think you fall asleep as you're doing the string stuff. Like you just pass out. Bon, do you guys meet back at the ship then?
Yep.
Okay. So you guys, you and Yin, make it back to the ship. Tin is at the ship already, and Minette is there. It's a solid day. It's been like more than 4 hours. Yeah, a long rest happens. It takes you all gain your hit points back and feel well rested. Minette,
Yes.
How many days did we say for the clip? I can't remember.
5.
Five.
And
5 working days.
I already had 3 in, so
Nice.
I just need one more.
So what do you guys want to do?
Cchio's still not back?
After you guys
Well,
wake up?
You would know from our people that I'm
Yeah.
at
At the
the
house.
house because that's our new chapter house. So
Guys, let's go to the house.
Okay.
Let's go find Cchio. And Kinian.
So
Make a
you
plan.
all head back to the house. Jesus.
We're getting some exercise.
Yeah.
Listen, there's a lot of travel when you have 2 residences.
Yes. You all head back to the house. There, Kinian, Devo, Cchio, and Rings, and Asmodeus. Like, this is becoming a frat house at this point. But anyways, they are all sitting there at a long table, having bacon and eggs and just kind of having a morning together.
and I'm excitedly talking about the evidence of a teleport circle I found in the basement, and the wizard who used to live here before he was banished. I'm filling in blanks.
yeah, a lot of blanks.
Yeah, and I say the next step, I'm sure, is that we go and if he was living here, he probably got priced out. And the next step, I can trade one of my unused spell books for one of his old spell books, and I'm sure if I can see the style of his magic, I can figure out where he went.
Why do we care about him? Wait, what are you talking about, Cchio? The wizard that lived... What?
Weren't you guys there at all yesterday?
No, Bong left me and took a nap. Yin pipes up.
Hey, Cchio, what are you talking about, man?
So Cchio, he's like, oh. So at the Bent Nail, I heard the wizard used to own this house, and he had this mechanical ball that rolled behind him. And, my sister, she's interested in trading spell books, and the butter noodles are excellent.
My eyebrows raised very high.
Like, why were they talking to you about a wizard with a ball?
Well, they were just welcoming me to the neighborhood.
They're like, hey, welcome to the neighborhood. There's a wizard with a ball.
Check out this nutcracker.
Oh, I think a few nuts have been cracked in here.
Hey-o! And Kinian high fives, high fives Rings.
Cchio, do you still have your bag of marbles?
Yeah.
Sure you haven't lost them?
No, but the private eye lost a few. Maybe he could help us track the wizard.
So let me get this straight. We've got a death curse. We've got demons.
Mm-hmm.
And a random shopkeeper told you about a wizard with a ball. And you want to go chase after some random wizard with a ball.
Well, there have been teleport circles all over, and just come here. I'll show you the proof.
And so he takes you down into the cellar. So,
And then
the
Cchio
cellar's in the
realizes-
kitchen, and he opens the door, and you start to walk down the stairs.
And then Cchio lets out a sigh. Oh.
You see stakes in the ground, and there's rope lines everywhere, like when you're looking at one of those trying to trace people's connections in a crime. That's what Cchio's got marked off, and there's crazy scrollings in some Sylvan and then some Common, like all in a sentence. Like he started switching languages while he's writing.
Draconic. Yeah.
So, quick question, Cchio. So there's a wizard with a ball
Yeah.
that a random shopkeeper told you about.
Mm-hmm.
What does that have to do with our cellar?
Minette sees a teleportation circle.
Ooh.
Like
Cool.
dead to nuts, there's a teleportation circle in the basement.
Yeah, but the big question is it anything like the previous ones or
No.
no?
Nope.
Oh.
This is like a teleportation circle, I guess.
Okay.
So each teleportation circle is different.
Yeah, they each have their address, but you would
Right.
also have styles and that, with
Oh,
with spellcrafting,
sure.
and that's what Cchio thought he saw.
Okay.
Was the hand of because
Oh no, it is
there
not.
were the vampires and all that. And,
Right.
He was getting into drunken conspiracy theories, and it all made sense and tied together.
Yeah, the spellcraft does not match anything you guys have seen in the past. It might be a little, well, Kinian over your shoulder is like, we have another door in our house. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Who has this address?
Huh?
Maybe we need to board this up.
Put my lair.
And then you hear like Asmodeus come from like the table, and Asmodeus really enjoys being the like little 9-year-old. You think he probably gets a big kick out of doing the 9-year-old thing with the deep voice, and he he just says we have pressing manners. Why are we looking at circles in the ground? You have an archdevil in your house. Why are you worried about... What are we doing here?
I mean, it sure beats me.
What do you want to tackle first?
I guess we could go to those Cloud Mountains or whatever.
Before we do that, I'm feeling a little half healthish. There's a death curse. Asmodeus, do you know about that?
Oh, yes. Very much so.
Do you know how to get rid of it?
Yes, you...
It's
So-
easy. You just make a deal with an archdevil that enslaves your soul for a very temporary period, and then tell everyone about him.
and then he looks at you with a raised eyebrow and he says, "That's not how that works." Cchio has that instant like sinking gut feeling.
It's quite the morning for Cchio.
Yeah. He says, Tin, you want to take a crack at telling Bon why we can't?
Can't take care of the death curse?
Well, I don't know that we all officially came to a decision on that, but the idea behind letting the death curse continue to run is that any more demons that we would kill would be permanently dead, not just sent back to their plane where they can then come back however many years from now. I don't know if the pros outweigh the cons or not, but
Asmodeus,
Yes.
do you know of any way to, say, keep the curse around but counteract some of the side effects?
No, that's not how that works. And I would know. I helped build it.
Oh, we could get some powerful magic items that give a lot of temporary health.
Maybe. Minette, is there something like that?
Not that I'm aware of.
And this is where Cchio tries his last-ditch effort. I bet a wizard who has like a magical ball would know all about that sort of
Oh my
thing.
gosh.
I bet you hallucinated the wizard with the ball.
How do you explain the teleportation circle?
You probably drew it yourself.
Asmodeus points at you, Cchio, and he's like, he's got you there.
It is a circle. I do like writing in circles. Touche, Bond.
Is Cchio now a drunk wizard? Like you become more powerful the more you drink?
Drunken master. No.
Maybe
How hung up are you on the death curse? Because I tell you, this is potentially the second Chaos War.
no. I think you have a good point about leaving it for perma-killing reasons. Seems like sound logic.
I don't want to make decisions for you, Bon, but you're going to find that leaving that curse on and allowing a lot of innocent people to die will be worth it in the end. We've done something, us 6, and that is something no one else has done, and that's kill a demon lord.
Death is also something that happens.
It is. And I tell you, I am also at risk of dying. I don't get to bamf back to my plane anymore. I'm stuck here. I've lost my plane. And because of the death curse being on, I can die just like you guys. That's scary.
No, Tenuvial thinks that we should go try to find the City of the Protected. She's of the opinion that the Chaos War is the more pending issue. Just because she also feels like that's what Lathander would find more important
Sure.
in terms of the big picture.
We have a lead on where to find the protected. I think that's probably our best bet.
We'll worry about speaking to gods later, I guess. Okay. So you guys want to bounce?
Just real quick, I have an errand to run.
Oh, okay. So, so Cchio, you quick dash out of the room.
Yeah, so I go to see my sister, and
Oh my gosh.
she doesn't know yet, so I'm not going to tell her. But I'm going to put that spell book on consignment. Basically rent
Yeah.
it to her,
Okay.
so she can copy spells from it for scroll making purposes.
Oh, okay. Okay. That sounds good. She says, so do you want any spell scrolls? I've got lots of spell scrolls. I've also got this new fad. They're spell stones. You don't need to be able to cast the spell in order to use it, but they're one-time use.
Nah.
I've got a lot of spells. Bigby's Hand, Modify Memory, Dispel Magic.
See, the good thing about spell books versus scrolls is they don't just crumble away.
Well, you can copy these spells.
Not from stones.
No, but
So tablets.
every book I have these spells in them. That's what I do here, Cchio. I allow wizards to copy spells out of my books, and I, on the side, charge extra to sell them scrolls or stones to those who don't really want to keep it around.
Here. I'll lend you this book for your collection,
Okay.
and I'll come back to study later.
Okay.
Tuneviel's going to go into her room briefly,
Okay.
which, by the way, she's claimed the northwestern room on the
Okay.
3rd floor.
She's like, where the fuck are my socks?
Oh, I know where my socks are. That must have been someone else's sock. Kenyon wouldn't dare. But yeah, since it's been a long rest, I'm going to try Divine Intervention again, but I don't really want to look like an idiot in front of everyone.
Sure.
Because even though I knew it wasn't likely for Lathander to respond, since the first time I ever did it, something happened. I'm just like, do I still know what I'm doing?
What level are you?
16,
Okay.
and I failed.
All right. What number did you get?
53.
Okay.
Quit calling, Tim. Jeez.
He's like,
And so, on my way back from the Bookworm's Treasure,
uh-huh.
I'm going to stop by the Tiger's Eye, and I'm going to say, I trust you found my payment. Find the wizard with the roly ball.
Rolly ball. And like you start to try and walk out cool and or float out cool, and he's like, "It's gonna cost more, you son of a bitch." That was my Grand Slammer? Is that what you called it?
Grand Masher, I think.
Grand Masher. That was my Grand Masher. And the door swings shut.
I'm going to say, payment on delivery. And so I'm going to write up a quick letter and send it to my people at The Voice and tell them there's lots of great opportunities for pieces about businesses here.
Okay.
You're going to be like one of those magazines where it's all just like, oh, what's the best restaurant to eat in right now? And the latest things to do.
Top things to do in Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Asmodeus is going to give you a stack of papers, by the way. He has written a bunch of op-eds over the night. And he says, I trust that I can pay a fair amount of these up front. This should do for probably a couple months.
Sure thing. We do have morning and evening editions.
Son of a bitch. Cool. All right. So you all probably don't bamf back to the ship. Well, you could probably bamf back to the ship. So in tow, we have everybody in the party. Yin, Asmodeus.
Is Davo also?
Yep, Davo.
And is Kenyon with us?
Yep,
Okay.
and Ring.
Could be a packed ship.
You all make your way back to the ship. You get the ship prepped. You head out, and that's where we're gonna leave it for now. Hey, thank you so much for listening. What a fantastic episode. We cannot wait for next week's episode. We hope you stick around to find out what happens next. If you want to find out more about the show, about our characters, or things like that, go check us out on dmstable.com/RWA. DM's Table has got information on how to contact us through Twitter or Facebook or things like that. Go check it out, and we'll see you out on the internet. See ya.